Likushkauna. Puri Unguna, Puri Naun, Puri Shkuna. So in that sense, Purishka. Purishka. Okay. Purishkauna. Purishkagun. Okay, Purishkagun.
Ufanchilashkay Purishkaun.
Purishkauna.
Ufanchilashkay Purishkaun.
Purishkaun. I see. I'm gonna Purishkaun. Purishkagun. Okay, so this is something which is unexpected because nobody very much links the tense and the plural. So you think that the plural and the tense are separate categories, but in fact what you see here is that they're interacting. They're interacting in two ways, because if you have a u, you'll have guna. This is, because this u is really like the ow there, so you can't have it twice. But this is the unexpected bit, that if you have ska, you will also go for una. So this is just an example. Well, there's two lessons here. First of all, even though texts are great, they have their limitations because they're often very specific type of register, and they don't necessarily reflect all the constructions involved, because there might be more there. That's the first lesson. The second lesson is, don't take for granted that two categories are separate from each other, because here we see that in fact plural and tense interact with each other. So in that sense, we were sitting and listening. We were listening to Louisa telling about her husband lost in the wood, and she was using the shka tense also, because she was talking about something that happened a long time ago. But then she was also using ona all the time. And then if you ask her about nauda, you right away you get this form. You don't get shamunara guna, shamuna rauna, or anything like that. So just to tell you that the ideal thing is to have as many different types of interaction. One thing to think about, and I think you're in a perfect situation to do that here, is to actually record interactions. To just try to record conversations between people, rather than you and the person or something like that. But try to get some naturalistic conversation, and then you'll find that in that conversation other kinds of, particularly particles, will become more salient. And so I think that would be a nice thing to add, and this is a great place for it, particularly with the Tena, with the whole Andy family being here. It'd be very easy to do an informal recording session. So you have different styles of listening. I'm sure you know all this, but I'm just bringing it home to you then very concretely, with different things: texts, recordings, field work, conversations. They all have their merits, and they all have their problems, because in conversations you also will not find all the structures that you're looking for. So you need kind of a combination of different sources. Yeah.
So just go through that verbal and just translate with closest approximation.
Okay, let me just put in the. So, Shamunauda, the first one, would be they came in a fairly recent past, like yesterday from Puyo or from Kenya, right? Shamunauda. By Guna Kaina Tena manda shamunaura, manachu. So it's something that happened yesterday or last week or something like that. So this is the naura form. Then the shamushkauna is my ancestors nuka ayaguna or nuka apa mamaguna chai arukuna manda shamushkuna. Shamushkauna.
Nunca pamamagona era como manda chamuscão.
Chamushkauna. Sí, mis abuelos vinieron de Arajuno. But and then they settled
Nunca
in this.
tericungawa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then they settled in this area. So in that sense, it's much more like a distant past. And then Chamunau simply means the commons. And then you could add a fourth form, which I don't have for Shamu, but I have here for Miku and Guna. So this Miku Naura would be day 8, just now. Miku Naura would be day 8. Miku and Guna with the U in there. They're eating right now. And Mikushkauna would be, they're eating of the 8. They used to eat a lot of wild boar, but there isn't any left, for instance. My aunt, nuestros antepasados, sacha aichata Mikushkauna, pero punanga iyang.
Não.
Sacha
Ai,
Mikushkauna.
sacha chachascale ni cuscão. Põe lá, batata no
Sukurish. So, and then Puliguna, well, I think I've answered your question, right? So, there's 2 conditions then. So now is the general form, but there's 2 places where you would use auna. One would be with shka, and one would be if there is another u in there. But here is uriunguna. They are walking. Uriunguna.
Peter, would you, it seems like Shamu now would also be used as a present perfect. They have come. I hear that, I hear Shamu now used a lot of times in its for someone who has already come.
Okay.
Would you see that in other dialects, the present used as a present perfect?
Well, I think
And also
probably
Shamu Shkada, they had come.
yeah, well, see, the trick about coming is, just if you think about the verb coming, it's a telic verb, which means that to really be coming, you're already there.
You're already there, okay.
So in that sense, compare Shamui to Mikwi. So the question is, would the same thing hold there? So
Yes, I think the same thing would happen.
Okay.
Yamikuni. I didn't.
Yamikuni or Mikuran,
Or actually they would sometimes say Mikui Pasan.
Mikwi Pasan. Okay. Well, okay. That might well be. I mean, I have no idea how that how that works, but I'm just trying to point to this contrast here in terms of the forms. In many languages, you'll find that present tense can be used for past fairly quickly.
So is Shama noun just like is the meaning of it different from Shama noon, or is it just like a different
Nun seems to, for me, at least the way I understand some of the written data that I've looked at, Nun is more like upriver in Limacocha, and Shamu noun would be more down here. So it's more a dialect difference. I don't know whether that's correct for you, but so whether anybody here will say Shamu Nun right here in your family?
Yes, they actually, the same people alternate.
Oh, they do?
They alternate. And when they say Shamu Noun, you catch them on it and say, oh, I'm speaking like people from Pai. Because their family, just like the Andes Marajuno came from Pai in 1930. And I guess this Andi family came at some point from Pai, and they understand Shamu Noun is part of their normal speech, but they kind of associated with Pano. Maybe, of course they're right on the Napo here, maybe there's some influence from culture, but actually that
Shamu Nun is also there,
Shamunun and Shamunam are just
but they're kind of variants of each
they're
other.
variants of each other.
Oh, okay.
So then from that, so that Shamunara, which you say is like they came recent past, different from Shamukanu exactly?
Shamu?
Shamukanu?
Shamunauka.
Shamunauka?
No, Ra and Nauka
Oh, right, yeah.
would be the same thing.
Okay.
Ra and Ka would be different dialects, both with the same form. But the question that Janice raised is that the verb come is a little bit tricky because if you say I come, you know, it's kind of like linguist speech because you can't be coming, we're already there. So somehow the verb come already implies some arrival. And then it very easily gets kind of a slightly recent past interpretation because you have come in fact. In Dutch we say ik kom, but in English you probably say I'm coming, right? If you're saying, so your mother, says, okay, go and put the dishes on the table. So in Dutch you say I come, but in English you say I'm coming. So in that sense, that kind of I'm coming already suggests that somehow I come would be a little bit weird because you're in some sense already have arrived or something like that.
Use I come for like origin. I come from the United States.
Right, in a generic sense, yeah. I come in a very in atemporal sense almost. So
Peter,
that,
have you lost the shka, the participle, or?
well, there's two shkas.
Right.
And in my thesis, I spent, I think, a long time on that, on that tricky issue. So you have, well, I don't know how it is, but in the Highlands, shka as a tense element has two meanings. It's either used in distant past, or it is used in this, what my colleague Adler in his thesis called the sudden discovery tense. Which then later became the narrative. I don't know whether that.
The drunken past.
Huh?
Also like the drunken past, so the
Yeah,
discovery
like-
narrative. There are lots of.
Like what it means.
The drunken
so what
past.
just for you, sudden discovery tense would be, we get soup upstairs at midday or something. You say, in the Highlands you say, Ayini dashka. This turns out really means to turn out. This turns out to be really good. And what you're saying is you didn't know that it was good, but as you're tasting it, you know it is good. So this is the narrative sense of shka. And then the other way shka is used in the Highlands is for this antipasados type thing, for this distant past. I'm sure historically it is related to the other shka, which is the nominalizer shka, which occurs in Rudischkai or all these forms where in fact it is like the result of a certain action. So you can think of the result of a certain action as related in some way to the distant past, but currently there's just two shkas in the language. One is this nominalizer and one is the distant past or meritive. I don't know whether the meritive exists here in this area. It does?
When people will, I've heard the meritive in Montalvo. People, we were eating something and this little girl said, Ali mashka.
Ali mashka.
She was surprised that it was good.
Okay,
It was
this is it.
like a cookie that I brought in.
Oh, Ali mashka.
Ali
That's
mashka.
exactly that. Exactly that structure. That's the meritive. They would say, and then in Spanish, in the Highland variety, they say ha sido. So they can say, buena gente ha sido. They turn out to be really nice people. Or, and then you're eating soup and you say, señora, qué rico ha sido ese. And then you mean, oh, this soup is really good. So exactly where you would use shka in Quechua, you would use ha sido in Spanish.
Sometimes when they would look at really finely painted pottery, they would say, ushashka. Ushashka. Ushana is to be able to.
Oh.
And then the shka added to it, it's like an expression meaning. I can't
Accomplished.
believe how accomplished it is. Yeah.
Accomplished.
Ushashka. Yeah. Ushishka.
But that would have to be the other shka. the
The nominalizer.
you know, perfect or achieve something. At least from my limited grammatical perspective, but that's how I would think of it.
But the intonation suggests
Ushashka.
otherwise. It's a very,
Like an
it's an
expanded.
intonation of surprise and
Yeah.
exclamation.
Okay, so ushashka, but not ushashka me, just or
Not ushashka.
確かにそこの、
ushashka.
Ja, japa alikin kashkamu kusha. Ushashka, negangichi.
おしゃしかりこりてちピンタナウン
Ushashka rikurita
ピンタナウン
Ushashka rikurita
ピンタナウン
Ushashka.
リコリッタピンタナウン
Ricorita Pintanao.
Yes.
They painted it looking very achieved or pretty or something. Okay. Okay, just to finish up because you guys are tired. I saw some slight yawning. So, what did we notice actually? Did anybody get any feeling for the differences between the two varieties? Were you able to process already a bit of the difference, or was that beyond what you were? No, I'm not putting you on the spot for this. This is not an exam question. So, did anybody notice any differences that they could think of?
I
You
mean,
mean-
I know I remember them being different. I just need like the transcription component.
Or to see what there is? Okay.
You're speaking grammatically, not lexically, right? 'Cause there
I'm
are
speaking
definitely some
grammatically at this
lexical
point.
ones.
Yeah. So from my limited grammatical perspective to present this paper in 2 weeks, did you get something?
Well, so I didn't actually get a chance to write it down, but in one of the inconsequential examples, Elovia switched the word order
Aye.
and put I think the Natisha at the end of
Yeah.
the whole sentence. So I didn't know
Yeah.
if that was a syntactic.
Yes, right. So there were several word order switches. Now I'll try to get to it in 1 second. So